Isn't this how like it says it's on now? Okay, every one of these videos that you see people posting, they kind
Yeah,
of start out this way. Is it working?
I
Is it
think
on?
it's working.
Hello, everybody. This is welcome to my YouTube channel, and today you're seeing something totally different than what we've tried before. I've got Jake Parker with me. Say hi, Jake.
Hello, Jake Parker here.
And we're going to talk about his new idea called World Art Drop Day. And I guess I usually do announcements and stuff before that. One thing that I wanted to announce is that we're both going to be at CTN this year, teaching a class together, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I've been to CTN 4, 5, maybe 6 years now, something
Uh-huh.
like that. And I think you're really gonna like it. Well,
This is going to be my first year, so I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of people that I've met online, and I'm really excited to teach the class with you. And where is CTN? It's in LA. What is it, in Anaheim? Where is it?
Burbank.
Burbank.
Yeah,
Okay.
right across from John Wayne Airport.
And for those who have never heard of it, it's C as in cat, T as in tiger, N as in Nancy.
It could stand for Creative Talent Network.
That too. Okay. So we're going to talk about World Art Drop Day. Okay. So
Yeah.
what is World Art Drop Day, and how does it work?
All right. So World Art Drop Day is a day where all artists everywhere create a piece of art, whether it's a small drawing or a painting or something, and they go out and hide it somewhere. They drop it. And then they post to their online following or to their friends and neighbors a hint. Hey, I hid a piece of artwork here. It's in this city. It's it's in the place where I love to read, or you give some kind of hint.
Hmm.
And then whoever goes and finds it and gets it first owns that piece of artwork now. And it's just a way to, I guess, to share what you do with other people. And I think it's a great way to get other people excited about art and also owning art. Um, for me, owning a piece of art that someone else has created connects me to that person. I have pieces up on my wall, and when I look at it, I think of that person. I'm connected to that person. Otherwise, I wouldn't ever think of them. It wouldn't happen as often. And so I look at the act of creating something and sharing something as a way to connect people in a world that's becoming less and less connected personally and more connected digitally. So it's a nice tactile way to connect to somebody.
That's cool. When you sent me an email and you kind of described what you wanted to do, um, I thought it was an amazing idea right from the beginning. But you had also put it to practice, right?
Right. Yeah. So this idea is really bred out of my own personal art drops that I did this last summer, and I'd seen other artists do this before, where they said, "Hey, I'm hiding a piece of artwork. Go find it. It's right here. It's in this spot." And I always thought, "Oh, that's kind of cool. I should do that someday." And so my wife and I were planning a cross-country road trip from Utah to New York, and we were going to go out there and see old friends and visit relatives, all that stuff. And so we were going to be gone for 5 weeks, and I thought, and we wanted to do something. We didn't want to let this go to waste as far as me being able to connect with people who like my artwork, across the country. I've got followers all over the place, and so we're trying to figure out, do we do bookstore visits? Do we set up, what do we do? And I remembered the art drop idea that I'd seen some other artists do, and I thought, okay, how about we do, and I came up with the name Art Drop. I thought, I was trying to, do I do an art hide or an art scavenger hunt? What is it? And I thought, let's just keep it simple. Let's call it Art Drop. Um, and drop a piece of art in each state that we passed through. And we plotted it out, and we realized we'd be going through 16 or 17 states. Um, and so that's what we decided to do, and it turned out really well. Every single piece, I think except one, has been picked up, and I've gotten confirmation from each of the people that they've gotten the artwork, either a picture or a message, or in several cases, people have emailed me saying, "Oh, this means so much to have an actual piece of art that you've done. I never thought I'd actually own something like that," and so it was cool. It was really cool.
Hit your. Can you screen share
Yeah.
and show? I thought it was awesome. I was looking at your blog, and when you had that idea, when you went out there, I was thinking to myself, that's kind of a leap of faith in a way, because what if you do these pieces of art and nobody, I mean, this is I think we all horribilize, right?
Mm-hmm.
We come up with, and I think I would think, well, what if nobody wants my art, or what if they don't bother to go to where I put it,
Well, and that was my fear too, and actually my first place that I dropped art was in Wyoming. I'll actually go to that image. This is my page for the actual art drops that I did,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not scrolling. Oh, here we go. So I dropped a piece off in Wyoming, and I was like, I don't even know if I have any people that follow me in Wyoming. The population's really small, and who knows, And so I sent it in there, but it turned out eventually a guy went and found it, and I actually I thought about that too. Like, well, what if no one picks it up? Then eventually someone's just going to find it. Someone random is going to find it. They may not even know who I am, and they're going to see, oh, this is a drawing. And I made sure that I put a little card in there that had my website on it, and they'll hopefully see the website, and they'll go to my website and see, oh, this guy is an actual artist. I really like his stuff. I'm a fan now. And even if they don't do that, then someone has a piece of artwork that they found, and it's totally random, and it's something to brighten their day. So I think if you hide something, as long as it's not too well hidden, but if you hide something, you leave it there, whether or not one of your followers finds it or you don't have followers, someone's going to find it, and it's going to brighten their day. It's just going to, in a small way, I think, make the world a little bit a better place.
Yeah, I think it's great. Show us the one where you're in. You hid one in a cannon or something.
Oh, right. So I'll scroll down there. Here I hid one at the base of a statue. That was in Indiana. Where is it? I hid this one under a statue. Statues were really cool because they're a good place to hide it, because it's an iconic spot in a city that usually people can identify. Buildings oftentimes look the same, street corners look the same, but statues are very unique because there's usually not 2 or 3 of these statues around town. Okay, so let's find. There we go. Yeah. So in Virginia, we were visiting some friends there, and I was like, I need a good spot. I was thinking of just running over to D.C., but it was actually kind of out of my way. He said, you know what, there's a Civil War memorial site not too far from here. You should go there. So we went out there, and we climbed up to the top of this hill, and there were 2 cannons and a memorial in the middle. And so I just put the art right in the, shoved it down into the cannon. There's some garbage in there. I pulled the garbage out and put the art in there. And then the next morning, I did it the night before and then announced it in the morning. And this girl said, woke up, checked my phone, rolled out of bed, and drove straight to Manassas as soon as I saw JP's new art drop hit. Thank you for this. So she got it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so I came up with some more questions for you, because you haven't heard these, and I want to make you think.
Okay.
Beyond.
Make me think. Do you want me to share my screen, or are we done?
No, let's go back to you.
Okay.
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 This is me playing reporter. Okay, so what in the world made you think you could start a worldwide movement? Now, we haven't had it yet, right? I mean, we haven't.
Not that I know of.
Right. So we haven't done. There hasn't been a World Art Drop Day that we're aware of. And this September 2nd is when it is, right?
Yeah, it's officially the first Tuesday of every September.
Okay, so
Which
this
falls
year
on
it falls on the 2nd.
right.
And this is 2000. If you're watching this video, this is 2014.
Right.
But you're
So next year it's the first Tuesday of September.
okay. So you're trying. Your idea is to start this movement where people observe this every year. So what makes you think that it will catch on?
Well, I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if people are going to participate. So far, I just broadcasted it on my individual social media platforms. I posted on Facebook, I posted on Twitter, and the response, let's see, Tumblr and Instagram as well. The response has been really warm and exciting. Right now on Facebook, it's got 1,800 shares,
Yeah,
and it's reached 180,000 people. So, as far as the world is concerned, that's pretty small, but that's still quite a reach. And I'm hoping in the weeks coming up, more people hear about it, more people learn about it. What makes me think that it will take off? I think it's a cool idea, and I think it's something. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in. Not important.
that's me telling you to wrap it up a little quick.
Right. So my kids might come down. Dad, telephone. That's how they talk. Anyways, who knows if it'll take off or not? I think it's a cool idea. I think it's something that the world needs right now to connect us a little bit better. I think it's.
Hi, this is Ashley. Pediatrics consultant calling for just
Hold on a second.
We have a hope for your child's culture vaccinated. If you have any questions, give us a call back, 801-373-8930. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks. Bye.
At least it wasn't something embarrassing.
I know, huh?
I have a story, but I'm not going to tell it.
And I don't know why, but I have 2 phones down here right now. They just. Do you ever have that happen? You're in your house, and the phone rings and it, like, shocks you, like, off the couch, and you realize all the phones are in one room.
We're too irresponsible to have cordless phones, so we stopped doing that.
Okay.
Ours have to be tethered.
Just that's actually not a bad idea. Maybe we should do that. Anyway, I hope it takes off, and I think it's a. I keep saying this, but I think it's a cool idea, and if it doesn't take off, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I enjoyed doing it this summer, and I want other artists to do that, and I want other people to be involved in sort of the joy and the coolness of scavenger hunts and owning a piece of original art.
That's cool. Okay, so why not do it yourself? Why try to start a movement? Is there something in it for you? Is there some ulterior motive?
Some ulterior motive. I think there could. I guess what is in it for me? And if anything, I've had a few more people coming to my site, which is always nice.
That's what I was trying to get at. So I mean, we've talked about also having a marketing class in our SVS online classes, right?
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I asked that question is because I think it's good to talk about that. I mean, you come up with ideas that are really cool. This one benefits a lot of people, but at the same time, it can drive traffic to your site. Is that a bad thing?
I think here's what I think. I think it's totally fine to come up with something that drives traffic to your site, boosts your name recognition, but it has to be genuine. It can't be. I think if it's something that is very transparent, it's not going to work, and it may even damage you. So, so if if I were to say, hey, everybody, it's Jake Parker Day, everybody do a fan art piece of mine. That's probably going to fall on dead ears, right? But this idea came from something I was already doing, and it was something that I enjoyed so much that I thought, why doesn't every artist do this? More artists should do this. And then I thought, well, let's ask them.
Yeah.
Let's invite them to do this. Let's get everybody to do this. Wouldn't that be cool? The same thing with Inktober. I didn't start Inktober as a thing to say, hey, everybody come look at what I'm doing. Look at me, Jake Parker. I started Inktober because I really wanted to get better at inking. And so in 2009, when I did the first one, I said, hey, it's Inktober. I didn't say I came up with it. I just said I'm celebrating Inktober, and I'm going to do an ink drawing every day for the entire month. And then I went and did it. And people shared that. A couple blogs picked it up and said, hey, come check this out. And I got some followers, and I got some traffic from that. The second year, I tried it. In the third year, I tried it. In the fourth year, I tried it. And I was, every year, a few more people started to do it. And then last year, I guess hashtags became more in vogue to where lots of people used hashtags. And last year, I just said, hey, if you want to do this and participate, use the hashtag Inktober for everything that you do. And that's when it sort of went viral, and it became this thing where thousands of people participated. And it wasn't a thing that I wanted to start, hey, everybody should do Inktober. It came out of something very organic and natural, a thing that I was doing that just kind of took off.
It was a personal,
right?
It was more personal, yeah. And I think that's a really good point, that people can tell when you're not genuine, and people can tell when your only motivation is money. And I think on this, obviously, it's not. It's
right.
Just a really cool thing. And don't you think that it's also? I mean, as a human being, you want to leave your mark in a good way in the world, right?
Right.
So I mean, when I saw it at first, I mean, like, how does that hurt anyone? I'm sure someone will figure out a way that it's hurting us. If you ever go on YouTube and read comments, that people can find something bad in just about everything. But I think that I think most people will see this as a really good thing that connects them to other people. One thing that I think some people might wonder or worry about is what if someone doesn't have a Twitter, or doesn't have Facebook following, or Instagram, or even a blog, and they want to put something out there? That's going to be kind of tough for them, right? I mean, this thing kind of relies on the fact that you have people that you're connected to online.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is I have 26,000 followers on Instagram, right? But they're all over the world. So when I do an art drop, it really is going to the handful of people who are just around me in the town that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
That's who it immediately affects. Everyone else can, oh, that's cool, that's interesting, but they're not going to fly across the country to go find that piece of art, right?
Right. They're probably not going to drive 100 miles even, right?
Right.
So you're talking about a 50-mile radius, probably.
If that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would drive over a half hour,
Right.
if their day is busy.
Right.
So really, the even for me, who has a lot of followers, the pool that this piece of art is for is rather small,
mm-hmm.
comparatively. And so a person who may not have a huge followership still has friends and family. And those friends and family have friends and family. So they can just send out an email that says, hey, it's World Art Drop Day on September 2nd. You guys know I love art. You guys know I'm doing it for my living, or I do it a lot on the side. I'm going to hide a piece of art that day, or if it is that day, I'm hiding a piece of art here, and this is my hint. Whoever can find it first gets to keep it, right?
Did you ever?
I know so many of your family members or your friends might not even have a piece of art from one of their best friends, and so it might be cool for them to turn in a game and have fun
Yeah.
with it. So,
did you find out if anybody went and tried to get the piece of art and it was already taken?
yes, yeah. So a few of my pieces, people were like, "Oh man, I went there, it was already gone. I wasn't fast enough."
Right.
a couple of people were like, they were talking about it in the comments, and they're saying, okay, I'm about to get in my car and drive a half hour to go get this, and we knew that the piece had already gotten it. And my wife messaged them right away, tagged them in it and said, "Oh, no, it's already been found. It's already been found." Yeah. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much."
So that might be something that's important to kind of put out there, is that if you know that your piece of art has been found, because people, you want to encourage people to share on their Facebook and their Twitter when they find it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they do, you should probably share that to your people as well, so that they know to stop. Yeah, that's kind of
if you go look at my any of my feeds, when I could, I shared either an image, or I said, no, this has been found, either in the comments or posted it somewhere. So it wasn't too much of a problem. And then people kind of realized, because I did so many of them, I did almost 20 of them. By the end of it, people knew that they were going fast, so they were coming. If someone knew that they couldn't get to it in an hour, then it was already gotten.
I'm gonna go back to what I was already. Bless you there. You got a cold going on right now?
I haven't coughed in like 2 weeks. I don't know where that came from. It's probably from talking a lot.
Just talking too much. I'll talk a little bit. So every now and then I'll run into a student or an acquaintance or someone who doesn't want to be on Facebook or on any social media or anything like that. They really can't participate if they don't. I mean, I can't think of a way that they're going to be able to get the message out to random people, right?
Yeah.
So I guess this is the teacher in me putting a plug in. I've just had a few students say, I just don't want to be involved on Facebook. And they just kind of, I think they have this idea that they can be a creative in their own little cave of, and make this wonderful art, but they have no way for that artwork to get out. There's no way for clients to find them. This is my appeal to you, and you're probably not even watching this if you're not on Facebook or YouTube or anything. But if you get this message and you're not cultivating a social media account, at least one or two of them, this might be a reason to do it. This might be one small, tiny reason to do it. So let's see. I got a couple more here.
I want to comment on that though.
Yeah.
Regardless if you want to be put your artwork online and be a part of Facebook and that, everybody has a social network. It's just that nowadays so much of that is online. But if you take away all my online stuff, I still have a social network. I have neighbors that I communicate with and hang out with. I have people at church I know and communicate with. I have people at my kids' school that I know and communicate with. I have a social network, and everybody does. I mean, nobody is really alone. You have family members, you have distant relatives, you have all that stuff. So you have access to people in regards to the art drop thing. As far as an art career, it depends on how wealthy that social network is, whether or not you need to broadcast your stuff out. If your social network is a connection of editors and publishers and things like that, you might not need to be on a website or on a Facebook. You have the connections.
Right.
I'm guessing most of your students don't have those kind of connections, and so that's why you go online and you get your name out there and you get that recognition. Facebook is dumb a lot of the times. If you scroll through your feed, you're just like, oh my gosh, these people are idiots, right?
I know a lot of people say that about me.
Right.
That's what they're thinking with the stuff that I post.
I don't think that. Every once in a while there's something, I don't think this is dumb, but the people that have a beef with Facebook, that's a common complaint, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. I don't look at Facebook as leisure time. I don't look at Twitter as something fun that I do. I look at these social networks as part of my job. I enjoy it, I love interacting. I love seeing what people are doing. But I do look at it as my job.
Mhm.
You know, it's not just downtime. It's not just a thing that I play around with. So it's important that I'm active on there and I'm using them and I'm doing the things that are going to get people to want to share my stuff with other people. So I think as an artist it's important, and if you don't want to play in that realm as an artist or as any sort of creative professional or professional in general, then you just need to know that you're going to miss out on stuff.
Right. Right.
Future jobs, connections, those types of things.
Right.
So, and I'm not going to knock anybody's plan. They might have a plan in place that'll work, but I think the social media stuff really does work.
Yeah, it definitely does. Okay, just a few more things. One, first, can digital artists participate? This is mostly, yeah. Well, this is mostly original art we're talking about, right?
Yeah. I think if you're a writer, you can participate. You can write a short story and leave it somewhere. I think if you're a photographer, go leave a cool photo that you took. Someone joked that they're a body painter, so they're gonna paint someone's body and hide them somewhere. I don't know how that would work, but
they could use a mannequin.
Right. If you're a digital artist and you don't do traditional print, make a nice print. Go hide it somewhere.
I think that would be appreciated by who wouldn't appreciate that?
Right.
A really nice print. So that's what I was hoping you would say that. Okay. So the last thing I was thinking of is I'm gonna do this. I've never done it before. I'm gonna give you my game plan and you tell me if I've got it right. Okay.
All right.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna select. I am gonna do this. I'm gonna select a piece of original art that I did when I was painting in acrylic. So this is something that I did at least 4 years ago, because now I work digitally,
Right.
and I think it would be fun to actually give out, like an original painting. So I'm going to select a piece of art, and then I'm going to share that piece of art on my social media, and tell people that this is what a picture of it. This is what I'm going to give away. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, you're just like really static.
Sorry.
It looked like it was
I'll keep
frozen.
moving around so you can.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to, probably before I post it on the morning of September 2nd,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to scope out and figure out a cool place to leave it, which I haven't done yet. I've been thinking, and I keep going, no, that's not very fun. Anyway, so I'm going to come up with a place, and then I'm going to take a picture of me hiding it in that place, or show two pictures.
Mm-hmm.
One of, I'm looking at you for like facial clues, like is he agreeing with me?
I'm just listening.
Take a picture of the artwork and maybe take a picture of the place where I'm hiding it, and then I'm going to get on my phone and say, okay, I just art dropped. I just left it, and I'm gonna tell people on Facebook, and then I'm gonna hashtag it art drop day for Twitter and for probably Tumblr, and then maybe on those maybe I'll also on those tweets and on those messages say I would love to see a picture from whoever finds it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm done. Is that it? Oh, and I'm going to wrap it in plastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap it in plastic because I don't want something to happen to it if it's outside. If it's inside, I'll probably wrap it anyway so that it looks nice.
Yeah, I think that's good. The only thing I would do is make sure that your artwork has your website on it or your contact info or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Just so that if someone completely random who doesn't know who you are finds it, they'll now know who you are.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's funny, I sell art prints and stuff at conventions, and random people just walking through be like, oh, I like this guy's art. And they've bought prints, and then I neglected to give them a business card or a postcard or something with my website on it.
They're gone.
And they'll come back the next year and be like, oh, you're the guy. I own your artwork, but I could never find your website. I tried searching JP and nothing came up. like, oh, okay, let me.
And then you feel like a jerk because you
Yeah, I'm
did.
like, oh, geez, you know.
Yeah.
So now every time I do, I ship something off or I sell a piece of a print or a piece of artwork, there's always I have my little bookmarks with my website on it, so that people can at least trace it back to me.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, but I think everything else is good. I'm gonna try and get that piece.
I'm gonna try to get yours.
Okay.
There's actually, is it good? Is it cool to get more than one? Like if you spend the whole day on September 2nd on your phone driving around looking for pieces of art?
Why not? I don't know. I would say if I was gonna drop more than one piece, I would ask that somebody just get one and let
You know, I never thought of that. You could do more than one, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to do more
I
than one?
might do like 3 around Provo. Maybe I might even go up to Salt Lake and drop one off up there.
Oh, cool.
Because I know I have a lot of friends and stuff up in Salt Lake, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Always a pleasure
Yeah.
to talk with you,
Good.
to hang out with you, and to learn. Like, I mean, you just come up with amazing ideas. When I read that, literally, I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. People are going to love this. And sure enough, I shared it on Facebook, and it got tons of shares and people commenting on it and stuff, and on Twitter and stuff. So, all right, we'll look forward to September 2nd, and thanks a lot for being willing to explain it. And that's it. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next broadcast.
Yep, and congratulations on 100 videos, Will Terry.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is my 100th video. How did you know that?
You told me.
I told you in the email.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that in the beginning. This is my 100th video. I wanted something different. Darn it, I was supposed to mention that in the beginning. This is how I go though. I kind of just wake up.
This is how you got 100 videos made.
I wake up in the morning and I just get going on stuff, you know. All right. Take care.